What's good, guys? Welcome back to a new international video. Today we're going to be covering how to make sick dark guitar loops for Travis Scott. Let's get into it. So we recorded live guitar on this loop, but if you have a guitar plugin, you can recreate these with a guitar plugin. If you have a live guitar and you know how to play the guitar, obviously it's going to be way better. But you can make guitar VSTs sound cool if you use the right effects. So we started this loop with the first guitar melody. This is what it sounds like. And here the processing is key for the guitars. This is what it sounds like with no processing. I mean, we can't release that. So we've added a chorus, an effect rack, a convolver, and an EQ. I'll just show you what they look like. Here's the EQ. The convolver, this is a sick plugin. It's like a space reverb and it makes the guitar sound sick. We have an effect rack, an ambient space preset. We've fucked around with the knobs a little bit here and there. And we have a vintage chorus, which makes the guitar sound fucking sick. So that's the first element. The next element is this little plucking two notes, just plucking two notes and repeating it. Really simple, so you can recreate these with even one shots or guitar VSTs. They can be recreated. The effects on that, very similar. We've added a micro shift and a crystallizer, which just make it more spacey and vintage. The next guitar layer sounds like this. Similar effects, we have an EQ, convolver, reverb, chorus, and effect rack. We want the guitars to sound similar, but also have their own space in the mix. And lastly, we have this guitar. Very similar effects on this one. There you go. Altogether, the guitars for that first section sound like this. Fucking hard. Alright, for the first section, we've also added a little flute one shot. All we did to this was just pitched it and added some effects. We have a micro shift and a crystallizer. If I play this with the guitars, this is what it sounds like. That sounds sick. Alright, for this next section, we added another guitar. Sick. Let's see the effects on this. Very similar effects, the EQ, the reverb, and the micro shift. To go with that guitar, we added another flute one shot. This is what it sounds like. With that flute, we added a few effects. We have the reverb, micro shift, and the EQ. And then we also added a stereo enhancer, which with headphones on or with monitors, it gives it a sick effect. It sounds like it's behind the mix. That second section with the flute, the new guitar melody, and the original guitar melody up here sounds like this. Cool. To finish off this loop, we added a vinyl plugin on the master, which we have a little bit of warp here, and we have it going through a 1970s filter. This just glues everything together and warms up the whole mix. We added this on at the very end just to put it all together. So we've covered everything for this loop. Here's the final product. So we layered this out into 6 sections here, just to give the producer different ideas to work with so they can be more creative with their bit. Let's move on to the next loop.
Alright boys, here's our second loop. Remember, you can go cop this one and our first one for free in the link description. Athena loop kit, shit's fire. Alright, starting off with live guitar. Remember, you can use a VST or a one shot. Live guitar always wins though. So here we go. Effects on this guitar, we have a EQ, convolver, a reverb, chorus, EQ, Classic international effects. Here's what that guitar sounds like. Nice. Alright, cool. Next element, we've got a piano from Nexus. If you've got Nexus, the preset is called Century. Effects on that, we have a halftime, makes it dark and airy, pretty cool. If you don't have halftime, you can also use gross beat and use the halftime effect on there, does the same thing. We've got a vintage chorus, a fruity chorus, and 2 EQs. So these EQs are just getting the mids, taking out the lows. Chorus just make piano sound cool. Classic international effect. Here's what that piano sounds like. So we don't have a delay on there, but that halftime quarter effect is making that stutter. Next, we added a vocal from a random texture kit we found. You can do these yourselves. We've done this ourselves in the past, but this vocal just seems to hit. So with your vocals, you want to heavily process it. It really needs to have lots of effects on it. We've got 1 spare slot for effects on here. So we've used 9 different effects. So we've got auto-tune. If you don't have auto-tune, you can get it somewhere on Reddit or something if you don't have money. But yeah, auto-tune's hard. Little Ulster Boy that came with our effect rack deal, our sort of bundle thing. Really cool. It's like 20 bucks. Go cop that. You can use it for vocal mixing as well. I've got an EQ, taking out some of the lows, boosting the highs. Reverb, effect rack for another reverb. Microshift, compressor, EQ. Here's what the vocal sounds like. It sounds sick. Here we go. It's an 8-bar loop. Different phrases. Alright, that's going to sound hard with all of it together. Trust. Last 2 elements. Got a piano from Analog Labs. The preset is Studio Jazz Grand for those of you wanting to know. Effects on there, reverb, EQ, delay, chorus, crystallizer. Pretty simple. Crystallizer is the only non-stock plugin, so you can do that pretty easily. Here's what that piano sounds like. Play this on MIDI, by the way. Nice and spacey. Let's go an 8-bar loop. Final elements, we've got a respace. You can go find this in our drum kit. We'll link that down below. The whole bundle, go cop that. So we've just got an EQ on this bass. Here we go, taking out some of the lows. Here's what that bass sounds like. Nice. So it just complements everything else in the loop. Brings everything together. That is every element that we've got in this loop. So remember, go get this loop and the one we just showed you for free in our latest loop kit, the Athena loop kit. It's cracked. That's our loop. So this loop's got 4 parts to give producers more creativity, more ideas when they're trying to put their drums on it. I really appreciate all the support on the channel you've been giving us recently. Really do appreciate it. We've got some mad content coming for all you guys real soon. We've got vlogs, tutorials, kits, everything on the way. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.